that people are getting mad at me about is I give them the option to sleep with other men.
Oh God! Oh God! Stop it!
Bring it on, chat. And I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Please.
I don't like being a hypocrite. I don't like being a hypocrite. And I think that you can spin it any way you want, Myron and Fresh, with the double standards and blah, blah, blah. Let me compare this to dancing for a second. Fresh, if you walk into a dance studio and you're a man, right? And you say you want to be a follower, the dance studio will say you're a leader because you're a man. Like, I want to be clear, Myron, a dance studio is super conservative, like right-wing, suits, dresses. If you go to a dance guys, remember the dance competition, everything, like the women were wearing dresses and the men were wearing suits. There ain't no 70 genders and all that shit, right?
Yeah. Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, I would think in the arts they're a little bit.
Nah, dance studios are different, bro. Like a professional dance ballroom studio.
Oh, okay,
they're very conservative.
Okay, like a ballroom. Okay.
The man leads, and
the man leads. And the reason why is it wouldn't work any other way.
Yeah.
Just like you guys talk about.
Yeah.
So if a man goes there and says, I want to be a follower, and they would say, sorry, you can leave the studio if you want to be a follower. Woman goes there, I'm strong and independent because Neo told me I was, right? And they go in there. And they say, okay, you can leave the studio. If you're a woman, you follow. If you're a man, you lead. That's how it works. Sorry, liberals. Anyway, and now I'm going to trigger the conservatives now with the next thing I'm going to say is, if you're the leader, then it's okay for it not to be fair for the leader. You're supposed to lead. The general doesn't complain that it's fair that he's on the front lines. And similarly, as the leader in this relationship, I'm not going to complain it's unfair that I pay for everything and also they can't sleep with anyone because of that. I'll be honest, I think that's beta. I think that's...
Did he just say he pays for everything, or that was an example? So wait a minute. Let me just see if I could put this together. So if a guy says, I have enough financial resources that I'm going to take care of both of you women, and in return, I don't want you having sex with other guys. That's beta? How is that beta? I'm really trying to run the numbers here. But how is that beta at all? That's like not beta. That's like the most traditionally alpha male thing you can do. Please, Trillstein, run up on some Muslim dude and say that shit. Please go into fucking Saudi Arabia and say this shit. Go into Dubai and say this shit. Go into anywhere where men are not like you and say this shit. And watch how quickly you change your tone, because you don't look like the kind of guy to stick up for your beliefs when the going gets rough. Fucking yikes. This is just, bro.
It's low value. I think it's high value to say, listen, I love you both and trust you both as my partners, just as I would on a dance floor. As a leader, you might be leading, but you don't force them to follow you. The followers choose to follow you. And I think part of the reason they follow me is I'm not a hypocrite. That's how I feel.
Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Just remembered that I missed a super chat from my homie Ahmed. He said, get the rocks. Ahmed, we need a lot of rocks, my buddy. Ahmed, please get the rocks. For the love of God, get the rocks.
Actually, can they weigh in on that?
Sure. Yeah, please.
Who wants to go first? Angela wants to go first.
So I just
look at that look. Look at that cringy ass look.
Angela wants to go first.
She's communicating with her eyes like, dude, you are embarrassing me. What are you doing? I don't want to do any of this. As the interview is getting like longer and longer, and the more information is getting out, put out there. Let me show you something. She's holding on to his arm even more and more because she's feeling insecure about this whole situation. She's not falling more in love with this guy. She's like, Jesus Christ, there are thousands of people watching me being associated with this fucking buffoon who can't read the air, who's making me look like a slut, who's calling me a hoe. Jesus, take the wheel.
So I just think that, I mean, personally, like, I want the man to be the one to, you know, make the decisions for me and help support me and help make my dreams come true and
help make my dreams come true. Looks into his eyes. Okay. When a woman looks at you and says, I want you to help make my dreams come true, bro, you're a paycheck. Okay? If a woman really is in love with you, her dream has already come true because she's with you. She's selling this guy hard and he's buying it hook, line, and sinker.
And I think it's always been in our history, like the man is the one, he's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
And the woman follows. I do, however, think that, you know, it's amazing if women want to be independent and hard workers. I just think it works better if the man has a little bit more control and, you know, the woman has more assistance. Because I don't think, well, sorry to interrupt you. I don't think women should have to, like, you know, work so hard.
Agreed.
You know? I don't think they have to. If they want to, that's amazing.
Agreed.
But
That's what Christopher Hitchens said too. Like, he was being interviewed once and they were like calling him sexist. He's like, I think women don't have to work. They can if they want to. I don't think they should have to.
So you love Trollstein, right? So let me ask you this.
Oh, boy.
He gave you freedom to be or do whatever you want with somebody else. Will you do it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm gonna know until
Time comes.
yeah.
Okay.
But I do know that I'm very in love with him. And I mean,
Let's see how her face looks when she says that.
no.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm gonna know until
Time comes.
yeah.
Okay.
But I do know that I'm very in love with him. And
Why didn't you look at him when she said that? Why was she looking at Fresh when she said that?
I mean, personally, I don't think I could. I don't. Me personally, I'm a very like traditional girl. I want to be loyal.
She's
to
out of her
my
comfort
man.
zone here.
Okay.
She's trusting me a lot, which is why I want to give her that trust back.
So let me ask you this. What about her?
The thing is, okay, I will be completely honest.
Give 1,000.
When I first like found out about her,
Same. I didn't like her first
jealous. I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I want my man to myself. Fuck off. I was very triggered and just I was jealous. Like, I will admit that I was jealous.
Okay.
However, I'm like, all right, let's be open-minded here. I want to do what makes him happy. And I think, you know, I've always thought about the idea of open relationships. And I think the reason why they fail is because I think most people just, it's not wired. Like, we're not, as humans, we're not like wired to, I guess, not have possession over someone.
Right.
You will want like to have kind of control over that person that you're with and call them like, oh, well, that's my person, you know, and have control over them. So I think that.
No, then it's not control. It's called boundaries. Cringe, man.
I was just trying to be more open-minded, and I'm like, you know what? This can work if all three of us really get to know each other and we have like open communication and trust.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So I gave her a chance and I got to know her, and now I love her.
They're like best friends now.
Now she's like my best friend.
They got a manicure, pedicure together, hair done.
We had
you know.
a spa day.
They had
It
a
was
spa
beautiful.
day. I paid for everything. Fresh. I have no money, by the way. Do you have a box?
So who sleeps on what side of the bed?
This, by the way, do you have a hair done?
We had
you
a
know,
spa
best
day.
friends
Yes.
now.
Now she's like my
Besties
best
for the
friend.
They got a manicure, pedicure together, hair done.
We had
you
a
know.
spa day.
They had
It
a
was
spa
beautiful.
day. I paid for everything. Fresh. I have no money, by the way. Do you have a box?
So let me just see if I get this straight. So he's financing their pedicures, their manicures to look more sexually attractive, so that if another dude potentially wants to fucking sweep in and fuck them, that's okay. And what are they bringing to the table? Just their pussy. And this is supposed to be, what's the upside for this guy?